Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all my sports enthusiasts out there. So, I hope you've been waiting for my video. Well, I am here with the answers for yesterday's questions and some more exciting new questions for you. So, I hope you're ready. So, let's get them underway. Here is question number one for yesterday. On 21st October 2020, he became the first bowler in the history of Indian Premier League to bowl two consecutive maiden overs in a single match. Name this cricketer who is currently part of the Indian cricket team which is touring Australia. So obviously we all would have probably remembered that match as well. Just to give you a hint, the match was between the Royal Challengers Bangalore and the Kolkata Knight Riders, where the Challengers Bangalore really dominated the KKR team. Well, I think now you know the match that we are talking about and the player as well. So the player that we are talking about is the Indian pacer Mohammad Siraj. And well, why was he in the news recently? Well, actually, it is because his father passed away in Hyderabad. But the cricketer, because he was on national duty, he has decided to stay back with the team. And that is a really big sacrifice what these players make. Many of them who do not go when family needs them because their nation needs them first. So I hope that he does well, and I hope a speedy recovery to his family as well. The one really fun fact was that his father was an auto rickshaw driver and always wanted to see him become a cricketer. And well, at least he could see at least his son become a known person in the Indian cricketing circle. So at least there would have been a sense of satisfaction there. So moving on to question number two for yesterday, here it is. He is an Indian former cricketer who played in 7 first-class matches between 1943 and 1951. He celebrated his 100th birthday in November 2020, becoming India's oldest living first-class cricketer. So who is this cricketer that we were talking about? Now, obviously, if you have been following up on your current affairs or the sports page of your newspaper, you will know the answer for this. The answer that we were talking about is Raghunath Chandorkar. So may he rest in peace. But obviously, living up to 100, well, not only on the pitch but even off the pitch, he has managed to score a century. So that brings us to question number three for yesterday. Here it is. He scored the all-important in the 2020 ISL League. He scored a goal through penalty and helped Northeast United FC win the game against Mumbai City FC. So who is this player that we are talking about? Well, the ISL wasn't as famous as a Premier League or something, but now the way it's been picking up in India and so much of local talent, well, these are names of players which we should know because they will be representing India or they will be playing at the world level very soon. So the player that we are talking about in this question is Kwesi Appiah. So that is the name of the player, and that brings us to our last question for yesterday. So here it is. This team, along with Dash, were the first clubs to play with numbered shirts. This team has climbed to the top of the English Premier League after a gap of 2 years with a win over Newcastle. Which team are we talking about? Or you can fill in the blanks. So the team that we are talking about is the team in blue. That is Chelsea. So they have a history of big names, and well, now they're rising to the top again. So that sums up our 4 questions for yesterday. It's time to move on to the 6 questions of today. So I hope you're ready, and you can drop your answers in the comments below. So let's start off with question number 1 for today. This Spanish footballer has scored 2 goals against Bengaluru for FC Goa, thus equalized the game. This allowed FC Goa to share a point with Bengaluru. Who is this footballer that we are talking about? And just to help you out, you should be able to see an image of the footballer right about now. So that was question number 1. Moving on to question number 2 for today. Here it is. He scored his first goal for his club in the match against Fulham in the English Premier League. His team won 3-2. Who is this player that we are talking about? And you should be able to see an image of this player as well right about now. So that was question number 2. Moving on to question number 3. Here it is. Before I ask you the question, have a look at this young footballer and see what you're able to gauge from the picture, which you will see on your screen right about now. So now that you've seen the picture, the question is very simple. He's just 16 years and 1 day of age when he became the youngest player in the Bundesliga history by breaking the previous record of 16 years and 334 days held by Nuri Sahin. Name this player who plays for Borussia Dortmund or BVB. That was question number 3. Moving on to question number 4. Here it is. Prajnesh Gunneswaran lost the Orlando Open to this player, who in October 2018 won the ITF Junior Masters, defeating junior world number 1 Seng Chun Sin in the final 6-2, 6-1. So who is this player that we are talking about? But I'd just like to add a fun fact here, that even though Prajnesh Gunneswaran lost the match, he has still managed to retain his ranking of number 1 in the Indian Indian tennis, and also his overall ranking has gone from 134 to 127, so which is a good rise, and we can hopefully see him play in the big tournaments and win those as well for our country. And that brings us to question number 5 for today. So here it is. Team A is the only team still in existence that has never been relegated. They have been in the top flight of English football since 1919-1920 campaign. For Team B, John Reeve was the most successful manager ever. In the 2020 English Premier League, both these teams tied at love all. Which are the two teams that we are talking about? Now obviously I've told you all the questions are pertaining to current affairs, so you don't need to go all the way back to think about these particular teams. Obviously it's something which you would have heard, read or seen in the recent past. And that brings us to our last question for today. So here it is. He was bought by Delhi Daredevils to play in the Indian Premier League in 2009 for $80,000. He has played for Melbourne Renegades, Adelaide Strikers and Sydney Thunder in the Big Bash League during his professional career. He played for Leicestershire in the English County Cricket in 2010-11 and was bought by the Royal Challengers Bangalore for the 2012-13 season. Currently, he is Australia's assistant coach. Can you tell me the name of this player who has now turned into a coach? So that sums up our questions for today. I hope they were interesting enough. I will be looking forward to your answers in the comments below. Obviously, I say it every time, but I'll say it once more. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I will be back tomorrow with some more questions and some more answers. So do stay tuned in. Don't need to read the paper. Don't need to read your apps. All you need to do is watch my video. So on this note, good night, stay safe and take care everyone.